What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Getting into this episode of GH, I enjoyed this episode. I really did. I enjoyed it. I didn't like the way that at the first Brad and Lucas were trying to attack Willow, basically trying to blame her for this whole Shiloh finding out that the baby is his and stuff. The only thing I fought Willow about is the fact that she shouldn't have been talking in an open place on the phone about something so private. That's the only fault that she has in my eyes. Like, she should have never sat on the phone in such a public manner talking about something so private where anybody can overhear her. You know what I mean? That's the only stupid thing she did. But, Brad and Lucas need to understand something. Brad was getting on my nerves. He always get on my nerves, but he just kept everything she was telling him, everything Michael was telling him about Shiloh. Brad continued to defend Shiloh. Oh, well, I haven't seen that side of him. First of all, of course you haven't seen that side of him. Who's going to show you that side? You honestly think a person like Shiloh, or anybody for that matter, is going to show you their dark side? They're only going to show you their dark side when they have to. You know what I mean? Of course he's going to be all nice and generous and show you the good things about DOD. Of course he will. Of course. He's not going to show you the ugly side, not until he feels like he has to. That's the type of coward Shiloh is. And he proved to be a coward yesterday, the way that he was all up in Willow's face, grabbing her and stuff like that. He proved how much of a punk he really is. Because as soon as a man stepped to him, he got, put a little smirk on his face and walked away. I'm like, that's the sign of a coward. Like, come on. You could sit there and put your hands on a woman and stuff and be all up in her face, but when a man check you, you ain't getting up in his face. You ain't trying to put your hands on him. You get up and walk away. That's a coward move. That's a punk. That's somebody who will gladly put their hands and hit a woman, but they scared to hit another man though, because they know they're gonna get beat down and they know they're gonna get checked. That's a sign of a coward. But yeah, Brad was just getting on my nerves. Oh, I've never seen this. DOD, oh, they've done a lot of great work. Shut up, Brad. Even Lucas was looking like, shut up. Like, the way Lucas looked at him was like, Brad, shut up. He didn't even have to say it. His whole facial expression said it for me. Like, even he was irritated by Brad constantly defending. He was irritated by it. Because Lucas, no. Come on now. You even got Michael telling you what Shiloh has done and what he's capable of and stuff like that. Once Michael said it, Lucas know he believed it, and Lucas was believing that it was a cult before when he was talking to Sam and stuff. Lucas was believing it, so he believes it even more now that Michael's saying it, because he know Michael ain't got no reason to lie. He know that. And instead of Brad flapping his gums and running his mouth, you should be working together with Lucas, Michael, and Willow to keep Shiloh away from Wiley. Because if he finds out that Wiley is his child, allegedly, then Shiloh can easily go to the court, file some type of injunction to overrule the initial adoption process, and he could wind up with custody of his son. So he thinks it's his son. But I think if all that were to happen, Brad would technically have no choice but to come forward and tell everybody that that's not really Wiley, that that's Michael's child. That's the only way. That would be the only way. But we all know Brad is a coward as well, so of course he's not. He's going to try to ride this lie for as long as he can. Because like I said, when you tell a lie this big like Brad is telling, you got to ride out with it. That's why he was so anxious to get Lucas home and stuff. And I'm glad Lucas didn't want to go. Lucas was like, no, you're going to tell me something now. But this is what I tried to tell some people in my comments. Yeah, part of the truth came out about Willow and Shiloh being the biological parents. That's just, let me tell you, that's a small drop in a big bucket. That secret coming out, that's just one piece to a big puzzle. There's a way bigger puzzle here at play. Way bigger. And we all know that. Because it's going to be so sad when Willow finds out that this child that she's been trying to protect from Shiloh is not even her child. That's not even really her child. Her child is buried somewhere. You know, right next to Morgan, actually. So it's going to be sad when she finds out the truth. I feel bad for her. You know, she's doing all this to protect the child that she don't even know isn't even really hers. That sucks. You know, it really does. It sucks. But I am happy, though, you know, that she has somebody like Michael to help her out and stuff like that, because she's going to need all the help that she can get at this point. But like I said, I'm not mad at Willow. Other than that mistake that she made talking on the phone publicly, I'm not mad at her, because at the end of the day, she doesn't have any friends. She doesn't have any family that she can lean on. She has nobody but herself. Now, luckily for her, she got Michael, she got Chase. You know what I mean? People who genuinely care for her and want to help her and look out for her. That's why I feel like she kept those secrets from them and stuff, and she waited so long to tell them the truth, because before she came to Port Charles, it was just her fending for herself, trying to keep her child safe. You know what I mean? You know, she didn't have anybody. Now she does. So now I think she can open up more. Something she was, you know, she couldn't do before. You know, so I can't say that I blame her for making the decisions that she's made so far. When you're by yourself and your back is up against the wall, you got to do what you got to do. And that's what she did. She ran away. She made the only choice that she had to make, and that was to put her child up for adoption to protect her kid. You know, I think if Shiloh wasn't all that bad, or he wasn't, you know, the type of person that he is, I think she probably would have just ran away, had the baby, and, you know, just kept the child, more than likely. But she was in no position to take care of that child, though. It was more than one factor, but she was in no position to take care of that kid, especially with Shiloh out there. You know what I mean? And as crazy as he is, she wasn't going to risk it. So I can't be mad at her for making the moves that she made. So anyway, moving on from that. Sam and this stupid plan. See, I had a feeling that the sexual assault was going to happen somewhere else. You know, I had a feeling. Now, if Sonny and them were smart, they would take that cup that Sam drank out of as Exhibit A. I would take that cup, get it tested, because I'm pretty sure it's drugs in that cup, obviously, because you see Sam is all unconscious and stuff, and she drank from that cup. So trust, she was definitely drugged. So that's evidence number one right there. That's going to help them. Plus, they might find something in her system. If they take her to GH after this is all done and get her tested, they can find something in her system which matches that cup, whatever drug is in that cup. But I did like the scene, though, where Sonny and Jason, you know, when they heard Shiloh after he tattooed Sam and stuff, they heard him starting to get ready for it or whatever. And Jason was like, nope, that's enough. He said, let's go. I like the way Sonny and them came up in that house and those two little thugs was at the door thinking that they was going to do something. Jason and Sonny was like, hold up, let me handle this. Jason and Sonny beat them fools down. Like, it was kind of funny how Jason automatically just started beating the guy up and Sonny automatically just pulled his gun out. I was like, Sonny, come on now. You know how to fight. I seen you in the boxing gym many episodes and you know how to stick and move and punch and all that. How come Jason's first thought was to swing and beat him up? Mind you, these guys didn't have no weapons in their hands. So that's why Jason didn't even bother to pull a gun out. You know, Jason was like, all right, let me fight. You know what I'm saying? See, that's what I love. That's old school right there. See, this ain't this new generation of people that's so quick to pull a gun. Jason was like, no, I'm going to beat you down. Sonny's first instinct was that was his first instinct, pull that gun out. I'm like, Sonny, you know how to fight. And the guy ended up grabbing the gun. I'm like, Sonny, come on. How you let him grab your gun? Oh my God. I was like, Sonny, if you should, rule number one, if you're going to pull out a gun, you better use it. I'm just saying. Sonny pulled out that gun just to stop him. I'm like, Sonny, you could have just punched him in the face and he would have went down. Like, Sonny was beating that man down, though. He was smashing his face all in the table like it was WWE or something. Just, you know how wrestlers be taking them out the ring and bopping their head under the steel steps and under the announce table? That's what Sonny was doing to his head on the table. He was like, boom, boom. I like that scene. I like me a good action scene. But by the time they got to the room, Shiloh and Sam were gone. Jason automatically knew where he was taking Sam, that tower where Jason followed them before. So he automatically knew. You know, it didn't take him long. You know, it didn't even take him 1 minute to figure that out. He just knew. He was like, yep, I know where he taking her. I know where he taking her. This whole plan of Sam's was just disastrous from beginning to now. Like, I feel like she should have went another way with this, because I don't know why you would put yourself in such harm's way like this. To be sexually assaulted, why would you do that? You know what I mean? Why? Just to get, like, is it that serious to take him down? Like, there's other ways to take somebody down without putting yourself in this type of situation, you know? But Sonny ended up calling D.A. Dawson over there to find out where Shiloh is. I mean, if Jason told you where he know where they going, why would you feel the need to call her over there to find out where he is? If Jason just told you, I know where they went. Obviously, Jason knows where they went then. So what you need to ask for where he is for? You should have just told her what was going down. So that way, you know, you got the evidence, you got that cup, get it tested. I wouldn't give it to the DA to test, though, because, you know, I wouldn't trust her. But I'm just saying, like, I would have did it another way. So anyway, on to the main event. Well, before I get to that, Jordan was another one kind of irking my soul today. Like, she kept demanding to know, did Curtis find Ryan Chamberlain and stuff like that. I'm like, you are on dialysis. You're weak. Why are you worried about that right now? Like, just chill out. Like, I understand it's the cop in her. You know, she wants to feel useful and stuff like that. I get it. But it's like, you are going through a lot health-wise right now, and you don't need to be worrying about no Ryan Chamberlain. You got the whole PCPD working on it. You got a couple of civilians working on it. You got the mayor. You got the DA. You got everybody and their mama and their grandmama working this case. You need to just chill and focus on your health. Like, but of course, she wants to be stubborn and not listen, and demanded that Curtis tell her what was going on. So as he's telling her, she's figuring out that Ryan is back in Port Charles. Now her stress levels is all the way up. Now she done went into cardiac arrest. I'm like, see, she's so stubborn. She don't listen. Should just let it go. You know? So now Monica had to come down here, and that made Curtis and TJ even more nervous when the chief of cardiology come down here. You know what I mean? So that made them even more worried. But she had to let them know, though, because she's under, you know, Jordan has like an underlying health condition. When you're on dialysis, it brings that out, especially when your stress levels go up. So basically, at this point, Jordan is worse off than she was before. Now she's screwed, because if they keep her on dialysis, her heart is going to go out. So she's going to die either way. If they take her off dialysis, she's going to die within probably a few days to a week. Because dialysis is literally the only thing keeping her alive at this point. It's like a Band-Aid. You know what I mean? When you're bleeding, the Band-Aid kind of stops the bleeding for a moment. But if you rip that Band-Aid off, that bleeding might continue. Something like that. So she's screwed right now. But at least Curtis had the forethought. You know, Curtis was thinking exactly what I've been thinking and what I've been saying. You get Ryan Chamberlain because he found out Kevin, you know, is a match, but he can't donate because of his separate medical issue. He's pre-diabetic, so he can't donate right now. But what he figured out was Ryan, of course, as a twin, would be also a match. You get Ryan, you get that kidney. So now he on the hunt too now for Ryan. So I don't blame Laura for blasting the DA, because I said it from the beginning too that the DA was crazy for even dropping that case, for closing that case. Like, you had no proof that that man was dead, and like Mac and everybody said, did you even read the PCPD file on Ryan? Then you would know that this isn't the first time that he eluded death. Like, if you read the file, then you would know that you should have kept the case open. And I'm glad Laura mentioned that to her. So now they finally told the DA and brought her up to speed on their little plan with Ava to draw him out. And of course, Lucy was ecstatic because she was like, oh, I knew I was right from the beginning. Doc would never mess with her. I am so glad the DA just told her, okay, you weren't a part of this, so you can go home. Like, it was kind of funny how they straight up dismissed Lucy, like, because Lucy wasn't a part of none of this. So they was like, okay, you can go. Bye. Good night. Like, it was hilarious. But, you know, the DA pretty much told Chase that you now have complete and utter authority to take Ryan in, dead or alive. However you can get him. Get him. She didn't care. And I'm glad Chase brought up that fact, though. He was like, okay, but you're the DA. You don't have authorization to tell me that. I said, thank you, because I'm sick and tired of them writing this DA like she runs the police department. You are a district attorney. You have no control over the PCPD whatsoever. This is not a boss subordinate type thing. She's not the boss of the PCPD. You work with the PCPD. They do not work for you. They serve, let me tell you something, the PCPD and the commissioner serve at the mayor's pleasure. Therefore, they work for the mayor. Last time I checked, you are a DA, not a mayor. They work for Laura. Laura gives him authorization, not you. Like, I'm sick and tired of them writing this because it's so crazy. I'm like, that's not realistic. The DA has no power over them. She's a partner with them because she works with them. Not vice versa. You don't work for, they don't work for you, you don't work for them. Y'all work with each other. You know what I mean? They investigate, they get the evidence, you prosecute, you get the conviction. That's how that go. Y'all work hand in hand. There ain't no boss subordinate situation with y'all. Like, she need to understand that. But everybody else pretty much figured out that Ava wanted to be alone with Ryan on purpose. That's why she cut off all communication with everybody. Let me tell you something. Maura West needs 20 Emmys for this episode alone. She killed this episode. The way she played that game with Ryan the whole time, like suckering him in with all that, oh, I missed you, I knew you would come back to me, Kevin was a poor substitute for you. Like, she played it up. She got Ryan to take down all his defenses because he was ready to kill her. But she got him to lower his defenses and stuff and lower them walls. I was like, yo, Maura West is a gem. If they ever lost Maura West, they would be crazy. Maura West is a gem. And it's hard to find that many good gems, but she's definitely a gem. She played this off perfectly. You know, you could see the anger, like when he was bringing up Kiki and stuff like that, you can see the rage in her face, like the way she was squinting her eyes at him. You could see that rage in her face, but I like how she snapped out of it. She snapped out of it real quick and went back to that sincere, lovey-dovey Ava and stuff like that. That's some acting right there. That's versatile. I like that. Like, she was killing it. You know, she never broke character and gave off, you know, like she never just broke it. She just had, because he still had that knife in his hand. So she had to, you know, go back to that, you know, lovey-dovey Ava real quick. But you could see that fury in her eyes. You could see it. She wanted to shoot him right then and there. But she had to get him to lower his defenses real quick. So she had to snap back into character real fast. Because you could see she wanted to snatch that knife and you could see it all on her face. But I like how she switched back. And she got him to put that knife down and stuff like that. And when she pulled that gun out, the look on Ryan's face. I bet you he wish he could run for that knife, but he already know you ain't faster than a bullet. I'm just saying, you are not. You think, because he's standing a few feet away from that knife. There's no way he's going to reach that knife in time to grab it. It's no way. You're not going to reach that in time. And she got at least probably 6 bullets in that gun. At the very least, probably like 6 or 7 bullets in that gun. So if she missed the first time, one of them gonna hit you. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I cannot wait for tomorrow. I really can't, because I need to see the conclusion of this. This episode was so good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. I will see y'all all later. Hope y'all all have a great day. Peace.